This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined in Epsom today by Joey Knight. It's good to see you again, Joey. It's been a while since you last fought, or since I last done our interview. How's life been since you made Misfits debut?
It's good, mate. Life's been crazy, to be honest. Just pretty much training all the time, though, to be fair. Went away, had a little week in Tenerife, and then, mate, we were straight back to it. Like, we pretty much knew about the tournament within about 5-6 days or something like that. Obviously, Brian had floated the idea to Mams about doing an interim tournament. He said to me, "You up for it?" I said, "Yeah." And then it all come together very, very quickly, to be fair. So it weren't really no hesitation, straight back into it, getting the weight off because I was on the beers and the pizza and every fucking thing else out in Tenerife. But now we're getting back down there, and yeah, training's going well, man.
When you think about everyone in the tournament, I was thinking this on the way up on the train. You probably do the most boxing and also the most content. Because looking at your boxing channel on YouTube, the most handsome.
Yeah.
No, because I'm looking on your YouTube, you've got your Chelsea football channel, and you also got your boxing channel. The boxing channel is doing pretty good numbers.
I'm OnlyFans.
And you're uploading consistently. Yeah. This is a PG channel. No, it's pretty un-PG nowadays, to be fair. So your Chelsea channel does very good numbers, and it's also uploads consistently. And most of the lightweights in the tournament, I'm not trying to dig anyone out, but the lot of them aren't really uploading too much. No. So yeah, it's good. You got the skill, you also got the content side.
They're just all fucking boring, aren't they? Got nothing to say for himself. Nah, joking. Nah, they're all right. I mean, mate, I've looked on Misfits, and I'm probably the most consistent uploader out of everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was my main thing. My main thing is, like, don't get on Misfits and then just drop everything else that got me there in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Because the content... Well, no, let's be fucking honest. Brian, True Geordie, you got me there. But
Brian would have got you set up and saying, this is what you need to do, this thumbnail, and this video set up, and then off you go. So now it's the off you go part.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm just still cracking on with the YouTube, obviously the boxing channel, Joey Knight Boxing, if you're a boxing fan. That boxing channel is like my little baby at the minute. I'm trying to grow that because
it's growing quick.
I mean, it's
nearly on 10k already.
Nearly. But we've had a couple of big hitters. We've had a couple of good videos on there. So that's one I really, really want to grow because, listen, I'm a Chelsea fan and it can be painful talking about Chelsea sometimes these days, can't it? So if I've got the boxing to put out them videos as well, then I've got the Misfits, then I've got the Chelsea channel. It's all about, keeping it moving, different little streams coming in.
I like how you have two different channels for it as well. You have football and boxing, keeping it separately. So you mixed it, the views will go down. But it's nice you got two different kind of entities there. And I also liked your Fight Night vlog as well you put out. You can do another one of those for this one?
100%, yeah. That was a little bit niche. Like, I didn't get loads of views on it, sort of thing. But it was. I think so. It's good. The main thing, like with anything, is like it's influencer boxing. Yeah, it's YouTube boxing. So make sure you push that side of it because you get other guys that will go on there, sort of thing, and it's just like straight away, I'm on Misfits now, so I don't need to do anything else. And it's like, no, you still need to be pushing all the other stuff. Because listen, if Baby Hulk comes out windmilling and chins me in the first round, I need to have something to fall back on, don't I? So, yeah, probably what will happen, to be honest.
He's dangerous, Baby Hulk. Did you manage to get any pick in that fight, or was it just given to you?
I was happy to fight Baby Hulk. Yeah, let's put it out.
Stylistically, if you can get the game plan right, it shouldn't be the most difficult fight. But if you can't get the game plan right, then it'll be very, very tricky.
Fucking easy for you to say, mate. You ain't got to go and fight him, have you? Nah, it should be all right. Yeah, listen, I've said it time in, time out, man. If we was in a backyard somewhere, in a bar, in a pub, out on the roads, Baby Hulk would probably fold me like a pretzel. But in a boxing ring, I should be able to do him. So let's see.
He's very, very well known for on the street fight side of things. Almost like Deen the Great background. Even though Deen never fought on Street Beast. Street Beast is like a very famous YouTube channel, putting on fights. I guess you've watched quite a few of his fights now. You understand his style.
Yeah. I've watched. Probably. I mean, it's more down to Joe, my coach, to watch it really. Like I've watched 2 fights maybe. Don't really take too much from it, man. I'll see on the night because certain shots that someone will land on you in an MMA fight would have never landed in a boxing match because when that guy fainted, you knew that all he could do is hit you in the face or hit you in the body. Whereas when you're thinking he could kick out your leg, he could take your torso out and rugby. I don't know how they I don't know how they do it, but yeah, luckily, as I say, it's in a boxing ring. So I'm not really looking too much into that because everything would be very, very different. What I do know is I've obviously got, I've got the height on him, I've got the reach on him. Probably people are going to be expecting me to try and keep it long and box my way to a points decision or whatever. But I'm looking to come out there and excite and looking to be in a firefight with him.
And it's for 3 minutes?
Yeah, 4-3, yeah.
Minutes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And obviously the most wanted one. A lot of people were saying, how come you didn't stop him earlier? Were you kind of playing with him? Were you trying to get the rounds in? What was going on there? How come you didn't stop him in the first? As a lot of people were saying.
Because I wanted to look good, do you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's like you can force a stoppage, but no one ever forces a stoppage and looks great. Listen, I knew from the first that I would be able to stop him, sort of thing. But you've always got to be weary of people as well early on. Like everyone can punch a bit. Do you know what I mean? It was 10-ounce gloves. This next one's 8-ounce gloves, but
Oh, really?
it's 10-ounce gloves. Everyone can punch a bit, you know what I mean? You don't want to give anyone anything. And as well, obviously, look, it had been years since I'd been in the ring. Like, I boxed a bit when I was younger, sort of thing, early 20s and that. But it had been years since I'd been in the ring. Yeah, we'd all travelled up to Leeds, mate. I didn't want to like stop the show early doors. Yeah, and I wanted to show some bits. Like, I'm very aware of how this works. Yeah, like the win's more important than anything, but no one wants to see fucking boring fights. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I've got to stop swearing on your channel. No one wants to see boring fights. Everyone wants to see entertainment. So I wanted to put together some of them little highlight reel moments and things like that. Yeah, I just wanted to have a bit of fun in there. So he's all right. Listen, I'm on his undercard now, so it's
What he says now, huh?
yeah, that's it. It's a good job I didn't stop him earlier.
Let's try this then. For the pro tournament, there's one other, not pro tournament, for the Misfits lightweight tournament, there's one other fight on there, and that's Lil Cray Cray versus Yuddy Gang. Who do you think wins that?
Mate, I've spent more time thinking about what his actual name is than the actual fight. Some people call him Little Cracker, Little Cracker, Little Cray Cray. It's Little Cray Cray, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay, yeah. I don't know, I hope he wins it because he's an exciting fighter. Yuddy's a boring fighter, do you know what I mean? But I would think maybe Yuddy would have the edge in it. Yuddy should probably be the favourite going into the tournament, shouldn't he, really? But from what I see, Little Cray Cray's got a more exciting style, so yeah.
Is Baby Hulk a big trash talker?
Not to me, I don't think, but I haven't been to him either. I wouldn't intend on being, man. Like, I just keep, if you're not natural, you get found out, so I just try and keep things natural. I've got no beef for Baby Hulk, got a lot of respect for Baby Hulk. Baby Hulk's he's a fighting man, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's not... You know, it's funny, yeah, because when we were doing the interviews, he said, yeah, you know, if you put on a pair of gloves and you get in there, to me, you're not an influencer, you're a fighter. And I'm thinking, he don't know my background. He thinks I'm just a YouTuber here or saying, like, I wouldn't say I'm just as much as a fighter of him, but you know what I mean? So, yeah, but I'm not... mate, I'm only interested in that sort of side of things if I actually don't like someone or if someone said something to me. You remember, you know, from when you interviewed me in Most Wanted, if it's not there, I ain't going to force it. We see what happens.
Certainly. It's how it kind of should be. Do you fight the winner of Lil Cray Cray and Yuddy Gang? Is that confirmed, or be you fighting the winner of, like, the Willie, the Ace Mooses, or all those lot you're fighting?
Do you know any of the other fighters?
I don't know.
Come on, spill the beans.
Well, I'm always very careful what I say on this, because I hear a lot of kind of if, buts, and maybes.
I don't know any of the others. Do you know what my gut feeling is? I feel like Tasmanian Devil's going to fight Walid. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know nothing. I actually don't.
I'd have thought it makes sense to them to put Ace Musa and Willie just because they were meant to fight back in February of last year. Yeah. On the Telford card from Misfits.
Oh, well,
but then it got called off last minute, yeah. So I thought that would make sense, yeah.
Because Yuddy and Cray Cray were supposed to fight before, so that makes more sense. And then what, Taz against the Argentinian king or whatever. Yeah, that makes more sense. Ace Musa, I was saying this on Misfits News last night, Ace Musa is apparently a very good fighter.
From Ingle Gym.
Yeah, I've had a few people message me like...
he'll be having a switch backhand, left hook, uppercut slip style.
Yeah, so he could be a dark horse in a tournament. As for fighting the winner of Yuddy and Cray Cray, mate, I don't know. Like, logistically, is that a word? Logistically? Yeah. You'd think it would make sense, you know what I mean? Because the fight dates. So obviously, say for example, if I come through the quarterfinals, it would make sense for the next fight to be... like 2-3 months later, and that's when the winner of that one might be ready. But I don't know. I said that to Brian before, and he said no. He said that's not. They haven't determined that that's how it's going to be done. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'll be watching the other ones with a keen eye. Yeah.
Are you on first before them, or are you on after? I can't remember.
Oh.
You'll know. It's on the card.
Question, yeah.
It makes sense on the card. I can't remember though which one it is. And then regarding Deen the Great, he'll probably fight once to see. I'm guessing. Hopefully twice, but obviously he's got his injuries, 2 of them. He's been coming back a lot of kick streaming, which is good to see. How do you think you and Deen go if you have to fight next week? How do you think that goes?
Next week? Oh, God. I'll just target the old shoulder and the hand, bite down on that hand and just jab him in the shoulder all night long. Listen, man, I'll make no secret. I'm very confident I beat Deen. My team are confident I beat Deen. You know what I mean? I've always thought that. But Deen's a good fighter. Deen's a very good fighter. Be tricky for him, wouldn't it, to come in, like in his comeback fight, to face the winner of a tournament who's going to have been active, who's going to be on a high, who's going to have a better resume than Deen. Like, let's be honest, you can't deny the winner of this tournament all of a sudden has a better resume than Deen. Because what's Deen's resume? What is it?
The Waleed, I would say Deen has had very tough fights. In the Waleed 1, where he was losing and he knocked him out. Yeah. The Waleed 2, which was probably fight of the night for the Misfits.
Okay, so you've named one opponent.
And then he also fought Yudigang in the tag team as well.
How do you do in that?
I remember I was there for that fight actually. I thought it was quite close, to be honest, when I watched it. And then he also beat Evil Hero.
What was your favourite punch that Deen landed on Yuddy?
I can't remember. I never watched any of the fights back.
Can't think of any. So let's be honest. Deen has beat Waleed. Waleed Sharks. That's the
favourite. Waleed Sharks the favourite for the tournament.
He's beat Puli Arif, who turned down a fight with me, and he's beat Evil Hero, who also turned down a fight with me. There you go. Puli Arif, Evil Hero, Waleed, and he had the tag team thing with Yadi, and we won't really go into that because nothing really happened. So what I'm saying is, listen, sounds like I'm digging Deen out. I like Deen, he's cool, and he's. I
like this Joey. This is Joey. This is Joey here getting fired up. He's like, no, Fred, come on.
The winner of this tournament has a better resume than Deen. If I go through this tournament and I beat one of Yadi and Cray Cray and Waleed and whoever else, a dark horse in the tournament, all of a sudden I've got a better resume than Deen. Of course I have. Because I've got a standout name on there that Deen hasn't. Deen's only got Waleed. That's the only one standout name. Puli and Evil Hero are a level below that. So if I had Waleed on my record and I had... But listen, if Marty had a set of bollocks, it should be my uncle. It doesn't matter. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, no, you do make a valid point there, to be fair.
Very
let's talk about keeping the lightweights in the picture. Foxer G in the main event, taking 2 people on in one night.
Yeah.
Exciting new concept.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Foxer G have a threesome. That's going to be good.
That's quite a good analogy, actually. Maybe I'll start calling it Fox's Threesome.
Fox's Threesome, yeah.
That'd be a great main event name, actually, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think the Zone would allow it, but that's a very good name.
Council. Me and Fred, get rid of the rest of them, apart from Brian. That'd be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's not the most competitive, is it?
I don't think it's competitive. Well, I don't want to give my opinion because I've got to stay non-biased. But
come on.
Yeah, we can bleep it after. It depends how he comes out and how they come out. How much Evil Hero's improved in the year he's had off. Last week for Adam Salah in Saudi Arabia. So how much Evil Hero's improved. If they get the game plan right. So yeah.
He'd get smashed to pieces and all Adam Salah. I'd go for him like a hot knife through butter.
He hasn't made his Misfits debut yet. Hopefully this year he'll make it.
Part of the tournament, did he?
Well, because does True Geordie tell you a lot of things, saying who's ducking, who's not ducking?
No. True Geordie hasn't said any of this to me, but let's be honest, they were going for big names. Adam Salah's a big name. They would have offered it to him, wouldn't they? So, God knows. But, I don't rate him as one of the top guys. He's got a big following, but I don't rate him as one of the top guys. What was the original question? You asked me something.
About the main event, about Fox.
Main event, Fox. Yeah, I like Fox, yeah.
How do you think it goes?
I think Fox wins, but we've only got a little bite-sized sample of what to go on with Fox to G. So it's good to listen. It's good to look at what fighters do well, but you also want to look at what they do when they're put in positions when they don't have the luxury to be able to do that. So I'm not doubting that Fox does have the ability, but I think we'll have to see him in with a higher level of opposition than the 2 guys he's fighting to see just how far along he is, where he's at. But I rate him, an exciting fighter, explosive, very entertaining, yeah.
And one last thing, Joshua versus Ngannou.
Yes.
This weekend, is it? Or the weekend after?
Weekend
after, yeah.
Doing a live stream for that on the Pain game. Make sure you're there.
How do you think it goes?
Well, I was always like very, very strong on Joshua just wins it and wins it quite comfortably. But Brian's a big Ngannou fan, and all the conversations we have, like like your power can sway you sometimes. And now I'm a bit like, fucking hell, is Ngannou going to win this? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, you'd still have to back AJ, wouldn't you? AJ stylistically so different to Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury went in with the wrong tactics and probably the wrong mindset against him. Like Tyson Fury was off the back of those sort of 3-4 fights where he was able to rough people up a lot more. And then against Ngannou, like the fella ate an elbow. Like you ain't gonna be able to rough him up on the inside. He's a warrior. So yeah, I think AJ will win it. I think Ben Davison is a good trainer for him. But what do you think?
AJ.
AJ.
Yeah. If you bet a house on it, you'd bet AJ.
I've not got a house. That's why I'm on Misfits.
Same.
Yeah.
No, well, if Fury can get out beaten by Ngannou, they still rob him and give it to Fury. Yeah. Then Ngannou will have to knock out AJ. I don't think Ngannou knocks out AJ. So
enough with.
And AJ's a very good boxer as well. I think he'll box him out.
Like Fury and Ngannou and Joshua. I want to know about the real fighters. Yeah. We see a video of you on the pads the other day. What's happening when you with
fighting? Mark Tibbs, very credible boxing coach there.
Mark Tibbs is the man. Like, I was like, like at that thing, like obviously I come from a boxing background where I've watched boxing fucking most of my whole life or whatever. So like when like KSI's walked in the reception, of course I know who KSI is.
Everyone turns their heads and goes, "Oh wow!"
What? They turn their head. Fucking, a lot more than just that. Everyone's running up to him, whatever. Massive respect to KSI. I didn't grow up watching KSI sort of thing. I was like, Mark Tibbs come in, and I was like, fucking hell, it's Mark Tibbs. I was like, oh my God, that's unreal. And then he knew who I was, and I was like, right, I've made it.
You met Jimmy Tibbs, his dad?
No, there was Jimmy, and then there's Jimmy the dad, so it'd be Mark's granddad. They're obviously very well known, aren't they? So, yeah, no, it's good, man. Really nice bloke, Mark. All them lot. John Hedges, Mark, Elle, obviously. All that team. Yes.
Giorgio, Joel. They got a great stable down there.
I used to go down there. Well, I say I used to. I went down there once for a bit, or twice, I think, for a bit of sparring with one of their amateurs that was going pro. This is years ago when I was boxing before. Went down there and sparred at Raynham. But the first time I really properly spoke to Mark was obviously over that weekend. So yeah, he's a nice bloke.
Well, they used to be at the Peacock Gym, I think, a few years ago, and they've recently, in the last 2 years, moved to Raynham. But it's a good gym. They got a Raynham Amateur Boxing Club. Yeah.
You didn't answer. When are you fighting? Are you fighting or what?
I don't think so. I don't know. It depends when I really want to fight. I mean, Mams has obviously offered plenty of times, and I'm very grateful. A lot of people. Well, I don't know. If I wanted to fight X person, I can be like, I want to fight this person, and you can work out a date to make it happen. But I'm very happy just doing interviews, and also I know you're never just putting your foot in the door. You're putting your whole body through the door. You're walking into a new room, and it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of stress, a lot of mental anxiety. It's a lot, and it's always on your mind 24/7. I know how it was as an amateur. I did it for like 4 or 5 years. And so I really feel like I've got to be the man to prove. So I already know that I'd box all the heads off anyway. So it doesn't make.
You were telling me off camera that you wanted like Chase Demore, Arms Corleone, all them boys, isn't it?
Arms Corleone, I'd tie them up, wait for them to get to know. No. It's probably inevitable that it might happen one day, but I'm very happy just doing interviews.
How old are you?
19.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, sorry.
How old do you think I was?
I thought you were like 25, 24.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought I was that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, mate, we done it the other day, We done a YouTube video, and I said in the video, I'm 29, been watching boxing all my life, blah, blah, blah. And the top lights comment was, like, fuck, no way is he 29. They were like, he's in his mid-40s. I was like, oh my God. Just unplugged the computer and curled up in the corner.
Oh no, I thought I still look young. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm getting a little bit older. It's all the fucking
maturity, mate.
It's all the stress and all the sleepless nights.
Having to interview idiots like me.
Having to do 20 interviews in a day. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm very lucky. Let's work this then. Anything coming up for yourself, content-wise, YouTube-wise?
Yeah. I mean, like we were saying earlier, I'm banging out content off the YouTube all the time. So I've got the Joey Knight podcast. That's my one where I'm mostly just covering Chelsea. And then obviously Joey Knight Boxing channel. If you want to go and follow Joey Knight Boxing, that's where I'm putting out probably my work I'm a little bit more proud of at the minute, because it's like with football, the copyright stuff's so harsh and that you can't like really use any overlay footage and stuff like that. Whereas with the boxing, I can sit and break down fights and stuff like that. So that's what I love doing at the minute. So yeah, both on there, and then obviously on the kickoff every week, on the Pain Game, nice and regular. Like I say, we got the live stream for the Joshua Ngannou fight. Everything, man, everything's popping off at the minute.
You'll have another fight week vlog this time around as well.
100%. Yeah. You're gonna be in it. You're gonna sit down and do a piece of me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always down to do people's content.
Yeah.
I do turn down stuff as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
like I always say no to interviews because
Why?
I'll say something offensive and get myself in trouble, or I'll say something that I'll say a spoiler for a Misfits matchup in the future, get myself in trouble. So it's very easy to say I'm okay, thank you.
Welcome to my world, mate. This gets me in trouble all the time. My mouth always gets me in trouble.
Yeah, so I always keep myself clear that way. But any other Misfits people always like to help out because obviously they help me out as well. But Joey, I do appreciate having me down today. Good luck for sparring.
Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Nice one, Fred.